Hello everyone, this is Pamela from Design Wishes by Pamela, here to show you how I put together the wedding cake and mini album for the May Graphic 45 Challenge, hashtag G45Party. For this project, I used Graphic 45's Deluxe Collector's Edition of Baby2Bride. This paper is truly beautiful. The detail and the colors are just lovely. This set comes with a 12 by 12 sheet of stickers and the chipboard elements. For the cake stand, I just recycled a floral arrangement stand that my husband had gotten me earlier in the year for my birthday. I used crepe paper from a collection of crepe papers from Melissa Francis. The cake itself is made from a paper mache lid and packaged tubing. I also cut a circle of chipboard for the top of the cake and lined it with some paper, and I'll show you that a little later. To achieve the icing on the cake, I used something called Liquitex Modeling Paste. It has the consistency of a creamy icing, so it worked really well with this project. I applied the Liquitex with a spatula that I had. If you have a small offset spatula, that would work even better to give you really nice swirls for your icing. To get the champagne color for the icing, I used a homemade Glimmer Mist that my sister showed me how to make several years ago. You need a spray bottle and some water, and you need some metallic paint. For this color, I used champagne acrylic paint from Folk Art. Caution, you want to make sure that you spray this outside or cover your surface really well, because you'll get a fine mist all over your work surface. For the vine elements, I used a silhouette cut file, and the flowers came from Joann's. The cards around the cake were double matted, and the cutouts came from the paper collection. The poof on the top of the cake is actually a pin that I purchased at a scrapbook expo from Mon Ami Gabby, I believe. But here is the card in case you want to look it up on where the pin came from. The bling on the top of the cake was a rhinestone element that I had from my sewing supplies. All of the braiding here and on the inside of the cake top and ribbon all came from my crafting and sewing supplies. So again, I cut a circle for the top. I lined it with some craft cardstock and some of the paper from the paper collection, so that when you put the lid on the top, the album will sit balanced on the cake. So you take the lid off, and it reveals a 3.5 by 3.5 mini album with a 1 7/8 inch spine. Just before I open this up, I do want to point out that I lined the inside of the top of the cake and again added some braiding from my sewing supplies. The front of the mini album is a sticker element from the collection, and for the middle section, I just popped it up with some foam squares. On the back of the album, I used a cut apart from the collection, and I used the journaling card because you can put a really nice sentiment on this album if you're giving it away as a gift. On the spine, I used some jewelry pieces from Joann's. I added the chain and the heart-shaped eyelet. I thought that added a really sweet touch to the mini album. And then tied it off using some extra wide cream ribbon. The pages for the mini album were made from vellum envelopes, die cut with the view policy envelopes that I was able to get two pages from one envelope. I used the baby chipboard element on the inside of the cover and made 2 mats to go inside. And I also topped the one mat with another chipboard element from the collection. Each of the pages are matted with paper from the collection and cardstock, solid cardstock from Recollections. For this pocket, I used my Stampin' Up! Punch, used some of the sticker elements to make and embellish the mats. On the inside two pockets, I made additional little mini pockets and added mats on either side. This is a Martha Stewart punch here. Here I made another pocket with a mat that slides out. Two more pages. And I used the Bride chipboard element for the back cover, made a pocket mat and added another little mat right inside of it. This was a very fun project to put together. I think it would make a lovely centerpiece for a bridal shower and a lovely keepsake with the mini album. Thanks for watching.